Hello,
Hi,
how you doing, man?
good. How are you?
You see the title for this video?
Yeah, that'd be pretty
It
bad.
is true. It is true. They're saying there's a chance Hershey's issued a statement that this stuff you might not be able to get it this fall for Halloween. Can you imagine what will happen? Once the Karens from the internet get to the store and they go in and there's no Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah,
Can
people
you
aren't going to be
imagine?
happy.
Oh yeah, I want to see the video. I want to see 4 or 5 women fighting over chocolate. A bag of chocolate like this. I've got here a second. Normally, I wouldn't have this kind of stuff on my, you know, thing, but I'm just searching for clickbait right now. Something to get people to watch. Now, out of these, kind of like this one, I don't care for Crackle too much. I don't mind Mr. Goodbar, but I really like the Special Dark. So, what have you got on your thing to show them silver wise? Because it's not just a chocolate shortage. They've been talking about a chance for no silver. I mean, for a long time now. And there's been times I went to a coin dealers and they don't have a whole lot of like rough constitutional stuff like this. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Um, I don't know. I can't see how they're doing this. I think if I do, oh, that ain't how I want to do it. If I hit, I don't know how this looks on the computer. I think I'm gonna have to go slip over to the computer and pop it on YouTube and see how this looks
I
real
got
quick.
my computer out here. It's down half and
Okay.
half.
Okay, that's fine. Now, let's ask you a question. So I go to my coin dealer today. I pick this up. It's a 21 Morgan dollar, right? You go on AmpMex and any of them places, and for a coal condition Morgan dollar, I think it was 26.99. No wait, I think it's 25.99 at AppMex, and if you wanted to buy a 500, you could get it for 24.99. This is the price I paid to
That's
get.
pretty good.
Yeah, it isn't bad. I'd buy. You hand me a Morgan dollar that's not really damaged. It's just worn. There's nothing wrong with this one. A little bit of toning on it, but it's a 21. Some people don't like 21s because, well, the Philadelphia when they made 46 million or some such. I don't know how well the ring's coming through on your side,
Yeah, I
but
can
it
hear it.
rings. It rings a long time. Now, granted, this I got this about 2 or 3 weeks ago for $18. Now it was in a card holder coin mount like this one, just like this one is. It was in that, but it was $18. It had a little point to this hole said damaged, you know, or maybe it said hole. I don't remember. But anyway, $18. I'm gonna buy that every time.
That's
There's a
great.
coin. There's a coin show coming here to town on Sunday. Now, have you seen this particular one? The
No,
date's been rounded off, huh?
no, I don't think so.
Now, the thing about it is, I got another one too. Where is it? This one. One of them, the date's not quite as well ground off. Now, the coin dealer I go to on South 7th Street, he told me that his dad used to go out to Reno a lot. And in 1972, 73, whenever it was, the melt value on a Morgan dollar like this was less than $1. So they were using them in slot machines. And because they're older coins to prevent anybody from wanting to take one home with them, like a souvenir or something, they just ground the date off. And he said he's seen bags of them like this. Now, this one's Philadelphia. And the date smudged off this one pretty well, but on this one, it's got the date ground off. Where is it? Here we go. This one you can kind of make out the hint, but the one here. Hold on, I gotta get my loop out because as much as I'd like to just show it there, it doesn't show up too well unless you have something to magnify it. See, that one's pretty well wiped. Although you can make out just the tail end of the one there a little bit. This one, it's really wiped. But when you look at the design on these, close as I can get this thing to focus, you can pretty much tell it's a 21. 21 peace dollars, or not peace dollar, but 21 Morgan dollars have a distinct look to them because the dies were new when they were making these. This is 1878 one with a hole in it too. But when they were making these, they had a slight problem because they were going to make peace dollars, 21, from the beginning of the year. The design wasn't ready, and it kept getting delayed, and finally someone came up with the idea, well, why don't we just make some Morgan dollars? You know, because we've already made them. You don't have to redesign them or nothing. Well, they couldn't find the dies. And when you can't find the dies, they had to make new dies. And they didn't, you know, they were all destroyed apparently. So I don't know how well you'll be able to. Well, if you look at them really close, it's just different.
I'll have to take a
I
look.
don't know. Huh?
I said I'll have to take a look.
You got a 21 Morgan dollar there, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you, pretty sure you did. Now, I don't know. When you look at this 1878, this is the first year they made them, and it's an S mint. It's a smaller hole. I bought it from a jeweler guy who does coins. And he told me, yeah, I can put this in the ultrasound. I could, where the hell did the loop go? Oh, it's right there. He said I could put it in the ultrasound, clean it up a little bit, put some kind of a chain on it, and make this into a necklace and probably sell for $35. So he didn't want to sell as cheap as some of these are. All these dollar coins that are going in this treasure chest have problems of some sort or another. Just like this. I don't know how well you can see this. This, I don't know if you've even seen this in any of my videos. This is a seated Liberty quarter that is so worn the date's gone. But because of the ribbon on the back, it's 1866 to 91, somewhere in that range, because that's just how it is. They put that ribbon on in 1866 and after that. Now, I don't know if you saw the drama about this. This thing got lost in my safe. And I know you think, how can it get lost in the safe? Well, they have the inside hinge on the safe I have. And it's got a little pocket underneath, just about the right width that this could slide under. And when it slid under, I pulled everything out of the bottom of the safe, and this was nowhere to be found. I was like, where is this thing? And I don't have people over the house too often, and none of them, I don't even know how many of them people I would have at the house even though I have this. Because, I mean, there are some people that knows I have it, but they don't come to the house. Now, get back to this subject again. If you go to the store, there's no Hershey's chocolate. I just cannot imagine. You know, I just can't imagine. The videos are going to be epic. There are going to be people fighting hard. Now,
where did you read that they were going down?
Going down? They're just they put a statement out saying that it was on the news, and it was on Yahoo and on several different other websites they've kind of walked back from it a little bit, but they said that there is a bit of a supply issue and stuff. So I don't understand why they would put that statement out and then walk it back a little bit. Maybe they're like, no, we could have a shortage. So I don't know. Maybe there won't be a shortage of it, but it would be, Halloween. They go to the store. There's no chocolate. Oh God. Now I don't care. I don't mind if you to say this, but I can't look at this without having one. I really can't. So I'm gonna have to have this. So tell me, how'd you start collecting coins?
Well, when I was 10, I went and I was going to go get some extra money by turning in some cans.
Mm-hmm.
And when I brought my receipt up to the cashier, she gave me some dollar coins instead of bills. And I thought that was real cool. So this time last year, I wanted to get an old coin, and that was a 1936 Buffalo nickel. And ever since I saw it, I just wanted to keep on adding more and more. And
yeah. So dollar coin, what was it? A Ike, or was it
what?
Susan B? The dollar coin.
Oh,
what kind?
It was Susan B.
Oh.
And a Sacagawea.
Oh. Now on these, the other day I went to the bank and got some coins, and I got like $15 coins, right? And in that set was a PD&S 79. And this is the actual coins I got right here. Oh, what is that? Which one is that? That's Denver. And then this one is the S-Man, I believe. Sometimes it's hard to see these on the... You know how I'm doing this off a cell phone, so I got about a 1.5 inch by an inch wide screen to look at, and that's what I see on your board too.
Yeah.
So we got 79 PD&S. Now, over the last few months, I've been asking for coins because I'm trying to find some JFKs, hoping to get a 40% because someone didn't know what it was. But over that same period, over several days, several different times going to the bank, I got 1980 PD&S, although this 80 is a little bit worn. It's the S one, I think. The rim's a little weird looking. I don't know what happened to it, but the other thing I'm trying to find in the wild, as I say, going to a bank, get one of these, and it'd be an 81. 81s were strictly mint sets. They didn't make very many of them either. So, getting the 1981 one, huh?
I've never seen an 81.
I've got some around here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where they are. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Now, Mandy Brown waved hi to us. I put it up on the screen on my side. I don't know if you saw that. But here's my story about how I started coin collecting. As a kid, my mom and dad would go and play penny ante poker with our cousins, my uncles and aunts. And Dad told me once, hey, if you find any weak pennies in there, I'll give you 3 cents for them. So for a long time, I'd be like, hey, as kids, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids, you're looking through the pennies. You get 3 cents for a penny. You're happy. That's 3 gumballs instead of 1. And so after a little while, it's like, maybe I don't want to sell this for 3 cents. And I just started keeping them. That went to nickels. I was finding older nickels, the first years of the Jefferson before they went to the war nickels. And then I started looking for older dimes, older quarters. And there for a while, I had like almost an entire year in mint sets of pennies, dimes, quarters, half dollars. not half dollars. I mean nickels. This is plated in gold, and it's silly to plate this in gold because this is just a regular 79 half. It's not. But you want what I saw? I
What?
saw on, I think it was on SD. Somebody had a bicentennial half dollar that's plated like this. It has to be plated because, as far as I know, no one ever struck this in a gold coin. This design. They wanted $500 for it, and if
Wow.
it's a plated bicentennial non-silver, it's worth 50 cents. Maybe you might say, well, I paid $1 for this from the jeweler corn dealer guy who sold me tons of standing liberties for that have no dates because they're slicks and they're perfect for putting in the treasure chest I'm doing. And I thought I lost a dime earlier. Um, by the way, I don't recommend buying from SD shops.
From which shop?
That's the face value, huh?
From what shops?
SD. It's an online store type thing, something like Mercari or Wish or any number of other ones like that. In SD, you can find coins listed on in Mercari as well all the time. And see this, that's how much in face value is in the treasure chest, and it's not quite full yet. But that Mel theme, a nautical box, it's full. The last live stream I done it, I slid the ruler across the top, and no matter how I patted them down, it caught coins. And it doesn't have a shut lock on it like this, so I think if I put a lot more coins in it, it will just roll out and slip off the edge and stuff. And for all the people from my channel who are watching, and you see OCCC there, this is who he is. Go to his channel and subscribe to him, like his videos, watch them. He's a cool guy. I mean, he sent me this, and I can't complain. I mean, Frosty, he sent me some stuff too. I kind of like this sticker he had made. He's kind of a cool guy. And of course, AG Stacker 1776, who sometimes shows up in my live streams. But yeah, I can't imagine the kind of videos there'll be of people fighting over chocolate candy bars if there ain't none there at the store. No Hershey's, because if there's no Hershey's, that's going to mean all the other brands, Dove, the more expensive brands like Godiva, all of them, they're all going to sell fast too. People are going to want that stuff, and they're just going to take that stuff. If you can't get Hershey's, you're going to buy any chocolate at that point. You're going to buy anything that's on the shelf. And that's why we've had these little shortages like this from time to time. Something happens. And the world economic, the way they determine all this stuff, the price, the market, the way it really works. Let's talk about oil and how come gas went up so much. If the production of oil doesn't reach a certain number on a daily basis, I think they were saying, what did they say on the TV, the news? There's a certain amount every day that gets, produced, put in barrels and shipped, and a certain amount that is bought and then used and is going to the refineries. If the amount going to the refineries or the demand, what they want from the refineries is less than what they're actually shipping from the oil production countries, you have a shortage. And it can be like 1 million barrels. If it's 500,000 or 1 million barrels less than what is demanded, the price goes up rapidly. And then, it was like that with toilet paper. Now, see, toilet paper back during the middle of the pandemic, early on, you go places, there was none. And the reason why is because they produce it in a certain number that only, it gets bought up almost immediately. I mean, if you go to like a Dollar General the day before they get their truck, they're that aisle with the paper products is usually wiped down pretty low. It's just the way it is. Oh yeah, there's a little pun there. Toilet paper wiped. I make me laugh sometimes. Now, here's another interesting thing. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this little U.S. Space and Rocket Center. This is in Huntsville, Alabama. Now, my brother and his wife went on a trip down there to Nashville, actually, and they went to that place. And about 2 weeks later, I go to a record store I go to a lot and saw this sitting on my counter. And they said, well, I don't know how it even got there. I said, you want it, you can have it. So this didn't actually, they didn't bring it back for me. I just got it by happenstance. It's pretty funny, actually. But I don't know. How you've been running your channel how long
now? December 8th, 2021.
Okay. I started mine back in July of 2021. And around late December, maybe early January, somewhere around there, I bumped into New Silver Stacker online. Somehow, I don't know, one of his videos came up and I started watching. And some of the stuff he said then, like, oh, I'm going to keep this ASE in this little holder, you know, to protect it. Then later on, he's drilling holes in one. I'm like, okay, he's changed. He's changed a lot. But the reason why there isn't a New Silver Stacker sticker on my board here is because he hasn't sent one to me yet. He's promised. Said it over and over again, I'm going to send you a sticker. But he has not yet done that. This is kind of an interesting coin. Have you seen one of these before?
No, what is that?
This is a Filipino coin. Well, it's made for the Philippines. At the time, this is a 1944. The United States of America, they were a possession, right? We made these for them. This one is an estimate. It's kind of hard to see because it's dirty. I got some of these that are pretty clean, but this one had a lot of toning on it, and I kind of worked on trying to restore this side a little bit to see if I could get it cleaned up. It's a neat design. Quite like it. Do you have something to show on your board? You know, lay out a silver dollar or something?
Sure.
Because that's kind of what most people do when they do a cold thing like that. They show off some of their stuff just to do it, you know, and then talk about it a little bit. Because, you know, have a two-way conversation about all kinds of stuff. But, oh yeah, because I sent you that Benjamin Franklin. Now, you look here. You look here. This is an old wedding band, right? Yeah, there it is. This is an old wedding band. Now, I went to buy one of the jewelry stores and ended up getting this. It's a glass gemstone. If it's a real ruby this big, it'd be, I wouldn't be able to buy it. Just put it that way. Because this thing's huge. I mean, this will give you an idea of its size. It's bigger than a Morgan dollar. Anyway, it's $15. And when I went live with New Silver Stacker on his 1,000 subs, I wanted that, and I got it that day before. Now I know you showed some of this stuff you got sitting here earlier on your live stream, but you know, I'm trying to get people to want to subscribe to your channel. I'll show your sticker again when he's putting out some coins.
Well, let me find something here that I didn't show.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
No. Those were my first two dimes right there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, the last dimes I bought was a sack of 18 of them for $2.05 a piece. lately they've been some bills, dollar bills.
Yeah, this is my bill collection here.
You have any star notes?
I got two $1 bill star notes, both
That's cool.
2017.
Yeah. Gotta talk about them a little bit. I'm gonna grab something to show.
All right. So I got this 2017 Series A star note, and no, this is 2013 right here.
Cool.
And I was going to Philadelphia to go see the Philadelphia Mint, and I found this in a gas station on the way there.
That's real cool. Here's one I have. This I got recently. It's a Star Note 35G. It's a little bit folded up, but it's a silver certificate. That's kind of cool. This is a little bit newer one. It's a 57B Star Note, the star right there. And more modern ones I got, they're not silver certificates, but there's got three of them in a bag, right? The stars here on these, the newer ones. These are replacement bills. There was an error on the print sheet, and so the Treasury destroyed the sheet and made new bills. But these are a little bit circulated. But I got three star notes for $3.75, so it's not much premium to buy them. So I'm like, why not? I mean, that's barely paying. I didn't even know what they were, really. But this is the one I want to talk about. Because many years ago, it's beat up bad. But it's a silver certificate, right? Got this as change. And I've had it put away for a long time. It's beat up pretty bad, like I said. But it's a Star Note one. And I didn't even realize it was a Star Note when I just thought, it's a silver certificate. Pretty cool. You don't see them too often. This side's not radically different than a regular US dollar bill, but does say silver certificate. And I guess if they got a red symbol on here, they're a little bit more rare. Now, like I said, this one's pretty beat up, pretty folded lots and lots of times, circulated a lot. These, older bills like this, they get to the point where they just start falling apart because they've been circulated so much. And once they do that, they usually get destroyed. But probably had a lot of luck this day. I think my coin dealer guy was pricing Star Note bills, and he didn't even look at what it was. It's a $2 bill, and it's a Star Note. He priced it at $2 for a Star Note, 95. It's not a real old one or nothing, but the fact that it's a Star Note, he probably should have had at least 50 cents higher on it than that. It should have been at least $2.50, but he's like, well, it's priced $2, and every once in a while I get a bargain.
Yeah, this here is a $2 bill from 1953.
53? Red silver.
It's pretty beat up. But
yeah. Well, the older ones than that, the horse blanket ones, they make a $2 bill horse blanket. It's got I think it's the USS New York on the back. It's kind of neat looking. That's a battleship.
I'd like to see that.
Huh?
I said I'd like to see that.
All right. Have a look at this thing. This is one of the smallest coins you'll ever buy. Well, round, whatever you want to call it. It was apparently made by the American Mint. It's 14 karat gold. Commemorates John F. Kennedy on what would have been his 100th birthday, apparently. It's a half gram of, supposed to be solid 14 karat gold. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of these? I've been trying to find another one online. Come on, focus. Here we
No, I've
go.
only ever seen them on your channel.
Oh, this on my channel, yeah. As far as I know, I don't recall ever seeing one of these on someone's channel. I don't really think they made a whole lot of them. I don't think this thing says. I mean, it says, well, yeah, it does. 9,999 complete collections. So that's the limitation on this. Pull the paper out. Maybe it'll focus good. Well, maybe it won't. We'll have to use this. So just under 10,000. It's gold 585, which is 14 karat, 11 millimeters. It's a proof. John F. Kennedy on one side, and it says coat of arms on the other. I'm getting shadow on the edge of my loop. Oh, by the way, I think you said something about these loops.
Yeah.
It's a triplet, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. It's 10 by 20.5 millimeters. It's a little bit bigger than some of them. The other one I have was 18, and it didn't seem to work as well with my camera as this one does. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because of the size. But that's John F. Kennedy. And what's on the inside? Oh, this seems to be saying this was the serial number. I guess that's what that is. The 547th one of these made, I guess. I don't know. But talks about his life shortly. You know, that he died on November 22nd, 63. You know, it's one thing about Kennedy, you know, he got killed young. But I took a 64 to, you know, it's a 90% silver one. I was talking to someone I know, and I showed him the coin. They thought it's kind of neat. And I said, yeah, it's silver and it's 90% silver, so it's worth more than 50 cents. And then I said, it's kind of a tragic reason why we have it. And it didn't register because they were a younger person, and Kennedy's been dead for so long that it didn't register why it was a tragedy at first. And I said, yeah, they assassinated him. You know, he got shot in Dallas, and then they remembered, oh, that's right. I guess, you know, the younger you are, the less, you know, some historic events mean to you, because it's something you read about in the history book, which I did too, because I wasn't even born when it happened. But my parents, they lived through it. They lived through the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that stuff, and talked about it from time to time, and would, you know, they've done so many different conspiracy theory movies and documentaries, and, you know, about that I don't know if we'll ever really know for 100% certain how it happened, and stuff, you know, especially since, you know, the guy who shot him, or they said shot him, got shot just a few days later, and he was dead. So it was like, you know, any knowledge of being able to explain how it happened, what happened, went away with that, and then all it was whatever they could piece together from the evidence. And then there was always other people saying, well, what about this thing or that thing or these instances? So in terms of ever really being able to nail it down 100%, I don't know if we ever will be able to. It'd be nice to be able to, but I don't see how they could do it, because now it's been It's coming up on, I think it's what, 50 years? 63? Yeah. No, it's coming up on 60 years. I'm sorry. I'm doing my math wrong.
It's kind of
But
cool. I got the newspapers from 1963
yeah,
reporting on his death.
yeah. You've probably seen this in one of my live streams. If you watch the ones where I was putting the coins in the nautical box, which, by the way, I weighed today. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, and that'll be the tiebreaker. In case somebody guesses the right amount of coins and someone else guesses the right amount of coins, then you're like, well, I got to have a tiebreaker. How much the box weighs for all the coins. That's the tiebreaker. Or I could do it the other way around. Guess how much this weighs, and then if two people have the exact same weight and it's they're the winners, well, you got to tell me how many coins you think are in it, and whoever's closest wins. And I don't even know what I'd give them. Thinking about, yeah, name the country coin that you like out of this the best, and I'll send you a few examples. But I like Mexican coins, and that's what this one is, 20 centavos. That's the pyramid down there by Mexico City. What is that thing that you just pulled off there? I saw it, but is it like an old historic contract or something? A warrant?
This is an 1,000 something bill from Germany, 1910.
Oh, huh. That's kind of different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where they are, but yeah, it's big. But this peso here, it's not silver. But this one is in remarkable condition because the coin dealer I buy these from, he just throws them in a monster box and sells them 20 cents a piece because they're not silver and none of them are real rare. This thing, hardly anywhere on it. It's a 71 too, and they made them until the 80s. So why this one didn't get circulated too much, I don't know. Might have just sat at a bank somewhere, like some things do. But I don't know if you've noticed in some of my videos that I talk about selling ship designs and how I like them. Have a look at this one. I'm not sure what ship this is, but it's an Argentina coin. And it's a neat looking design.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I always tell people, imagine you lived back in the day when this kind of ship, or maybe one like this, similar to this one. This is a Greek coin. It's kind of cool too. And double master. I don't know how big, what ship it's depicting, but it's kind of neat looking. And I think it's, you just think about back in the time when selling ships like this was the only way they got around the world. The 1400s, or when Columbus went, he went west. Most people went east around Africa and stuff to get to the Indies, and he speculated that there might be a shorter distance if you went the other way. Well, he found, the little islands in the Caribbean, and thought that was the East Indies. Well, it turns out it was, the New World, North America. So what you got in that box?
Well, I got all sorts of stuff. It's just a box of anything I find. Here's a
Oh, that's neat.
pretty cool ship coin. When I went to St. Lucia, 2018.
Is that one of, hold on a second. I've got one here. Where is that thing? It was right here. Uh-oh. I don't see it. Where did that thing get off to? I'm a little bit disappointed because it was right. Oh, there it is. Is it one of these?
Is that from the West Indies?
This is from the Eastern Group of the British Caribbean Territories. 25 cents from 1965. And that ship is Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind. And, I know he went around the world doing a lot. That does look like the same ship to me. Does it look, you can see yours better than I can. Does it look a lot like this?
Yeah, I don't think they're from the same country, though, because this is from St. Lucia. That was founded in 1979.
Yeah.
That one's 1965. So,
Yeah. Is it Queen Elizabeth on that other side?
yeah.
Oh, so it's probably, this might have been for the East. This says Eastern Group at the bottom. So I think what it means is all the British Caribbean island territories of the eastern sections got the same coin. I
This here
believe that.
says the East Caribbean States, 1996.
Yeah, by then I think they were independent or Commonwealth, because there for a while. Speaking of coins with holes in them, someone drilled out this peso one to wear as a necklace. It's a 77, big hole in it. Oh, right down the middle. That looks like a bullet did that almost, because it's bent in so much. We're
Yeah,
very dull.
I got a
Took a little
few
bit
of
of
those.
force. It took a little force to pop it and bend it that much, because it looked bent quite a bit to me. I think I see a franc coin right down there on your table.
I
French.
got
Yeah, that's one in your hand, but right on your table looks like there's another one right next to the ship one, the
this one's
boxy.
this one.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't see it very good. That's a British coin, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's all British and Canadian in here,
Yeah.
besides the American coins. But
Yeah. Yeah, I got some of those in my nautical box. And what's that thing? I think I've got that one too. I mean, that thing's got hundreds of coins in it. It weighs quite a bit. It's to the point now when you pick it up, it's the bottom going to bust out of this thing. That's a new pence, isn't it? One or two on the back of it.
yeah, that's a 2 pence.
Yeah,
No, that's a
I've
new
got a few.
pence with two.
I've got a few of those too. Um, yeah, right before I was trying to get this set up, our internet went down, the Wi-Fi, everything, for about 10 minutes. And when I pulled up after going to Dollar General to get these chocolates, because I wanted to have them for my video if I'm going to talk about chocolate and there could be a shortage, you got to have some. That's a shilling, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is an English shilling.
Yeah, those little things right there at the top, if you pull that
Yeah.
up a second, you see the crown at the top, the very top. Now, there's a couple things right down below it a little bit. Here, I've got this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's Scottish shilling, and this is English shilling. Now, if this card's set up right and I get this to focus, come on, focus. There. See how that's kind of rounded and stuff on that? Those two
Yeah.
little. Now you look at the other one over here, the one that says it's Scottish. They're kind of you know, they're not pointed the same way. They're kind of opposite point. The points are on the edges. It's kind of a boxy square type cross, almost like a Templar's cross, but this one it's pointy. So, and it has 3 lines, and the Scottish only has 1. So you pick that shilling back up, and if it has 1 line on it, it looks like it has 3, but not having a real good zoom up on it. Yep, that's 3 lines, just like this. This is a 66 one. None of these are silver in this. It also has a florin in it and a half crown. The half crown is a 66. It's got a penny too. The old British pennies were huge. Oh yeah, that's right. In this, if you look at this one, that's a British halfpenny. And this ship is the Golden Hind as well. It's just a different profile than what this one is. But it's supposed to be the same ship.
Yeah, it's a cool looking ship.
Yeah. I don't know whether that ended up being shipwrecked on his journey around the world or not, because that's what he was doing. One thing he did was go around the world. Of course, I couldn't not, since we're talking about ships. I got this set from New Zealand, and I get this to set just right. This 50-cent coin. Come on, work with me. Come on, focus. Get a real close up of some of the parts of this. This is a sailing ship design too, and it's the Endeavor. I don't know how well you can see it because I can't get this card close enough to my cell phone at the right angle. Oh wait, that's a little bit better to show you the details, but you can read Endeavor right there, and the ship is the front, and then that's the aft and the sails, and it's going in that off in that direction on this. But I quite like selling ship type coins, and this one I'd like to get a few more of these. There's a guy I'm friendly with on YouTube by Warkey and Stacker or something. I can't remember exactly his total name, but he lives in New Zealand, so he might have some of that kind of stuff. But oh hell, I gotta pull this thing out. Coins from the red box. And the reason why I pull this out is because there's a coin in here that every time I show it, you like it a lot. So I gotta go ahead and show it while you're here. Come on, focus. I know you like this one. This is also a Filipino coin, 1907. But that's a neat design. I saw another one, but somebody else wanted it, and he came and got it. If he didn't get it, I was going to buy it. But that's cool. As coins go, this one's pretty cool. Design. 1 peso. And when they're silver, my one coin dealer always writes how much it is in an ounce of weight of silver. This one's a 0.5144 ounces coin, so it's a big coin. But I quite like that bold design.
Looks good.
Yeah. And it was $11 at the time. The last time when I saw it was 15, so it's just a product with silver going up a little bit. Somewhere around here, I got the 1 gram piece that AG Stacker sent me. I think it might be in this box, but if it is, I'm not exactly sure where. What else we got to talk about here?
Here's some fish buttons.
Oh, neat. Not every day you see one of these standing liberties like this kind of shape. Says it's AU. There's an off chance it could have been dipped or something, but it's got a lot of detail left on it.
That must cost a lot.
Well, here, see that price? And he did knock $3 off of it when I bought it. So I got it for 75 even. But it's a really nice standing Liberty quarter. In fact, I don't hesitate at all to say it's the best looking one I have, even if it has been dipped or something. It's, I mean, the shield, even you can even make out the little star that's on the shield right in the middle of it. That usually wears away real quick. And then her leg looks like on the knee might be slightly flattened. It's a 30S. Well, it's a really nice looking coin. Now, I've got a few other ones that are pretty nice too, but this one's definitely, without any question, it's the nicest one I got. Now, just to give you an example of how quick they go up in price, this one's not too bad. It says it's a fine. And if you look at it, you can kind of see that the higher spots are a bit worn. It's also a 30S, but I bought it for $11. So you go from very fine to extra fine to AU. So there's one grade between these two, the extra fine. Because very fine, extra fine, uncirculated, or AU and then uncirculated mint state. This is just a little bit of wear on it away from being a mint state one. Of course, if it was a mint state one, it would be at least $150. That's just the way it goes, and then they go up rapidly. Now, there is going to be a coin show Sunday. I'm hoping to get something neat.
What state?
Oh, well, I'm in Indiana. I'm just hoping to get something neat. It's in town even. They didn't do one in the spring because COVID cases were real high, and I guess they didn't want to deal with it. But, most of these regular Washington quarters like this, now this one's a 41S. It's getting back a little ways. To be this nice, it's pretty hard to come by. But they're still not real expensive. I mean, $18 was kind of expensive for a quarter, but you can see the mint luster on it spiraling. It's a good coin. The dealer told me, once you get to those, they're getting back a little ways, so they get a little pricey. Where was this? Back here. Just a few years newer than the Denver mint one, which overall looks about the same. It was only $7. But these, the newer ones, the 64s, the 50s, the late 50s ones that are uncirculated, they're usually only about a quarter higher than circulated ones. So it's like they're not a heck of a lot of love for them, really. I thought that one thing he sent me is in here. Oh, hell. Usually when I show a proof coin video with a proof, they do well for some reason. I don't know why. This one probably wouldn't, just because it's Susan B. Anthony. But I thought, a 1980 proof for $250, yeah, why not? They'll never be super collectible, probably. Here you go. A barber dime here. A little bit worn, but not too bad. Most of these, if I can get it to focus here, there we go. Most of these, they circulated them all the way through at least the 40s and World War II, probably, because of the Depression. Like you got a dime, it don't matter what it is, you're going to use it because food. Got to have food. There's a pretty early Mercury Someone said it's extra fine. I don't know if I totally agree, but I'm not a professional grader either, so, and neither is the guy who sold it to me. He said extra fine. It does have quite a bit of the details left on it, but it was $5, when it's 17S. I mean, the really hard one's a 16D, very low mintage. Very low mintage. Yeah, here's proof of what I'm talking about. This says it's uncirculated 64D 475. At the time I bought it, there was some that were moderately circulated that were more than what this one was. Washington quarters. So we're talking about the kind of coin that they don't get much love, even though they're nice looking. There's just a lot of them. I thought that thing was in here, but it doesn't look like it is. Only this thing's kind of neat. It's a Walking Liberty type 1/10 ounce. Looks a lot like the Walking Liberty coin. I'll get it to focus on this side, and it doesn't have a date on it. The screen's too small to read what that says. Oh, it says silver round. And the back looks a lot like a Walking Liberty half too. But this apparently was made by Money Metals Exchange. And it's 3/9 silver, 10th ounce. It's neat, but they're really not. Okay, a little bit more premium than the smaller denomination type things like this than what like 1 ounce ones would be. It's just the product of how they price things. Now, I don't know if you saw this the other day or not, so I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. If once I find it, that is. Yeah, here we go. It's a Carson City dime that looks like someone started to take a hole punch to it. Now, I had $24 price on it and got marked down to $8 because of the damage, which you can see right there. I don't know exactly what they were trying to do, but they didn't poke a hole in it. But I'm of the mindset that, Carson City coins are hard enough to come by as they are. And you can see the CC there. If you can get one of them for $8 damaged, I don't think that's too bad. And otherwise, this hadn't had the damage, it probably would be a $24 coin. Because it's not really super worn. It does have a scrape there by the hand and flag or whatever the heck that is in her hand. And then the bend over here in a scrape. But if it didn't have that on there, this probably would be a $24 coin. But it's not even, I've got several more. The same one, 1876. This is a little bit better one. I got it at a coin show last year. It's the same coin, about the same kind of wear that one had, in the same general vicinity, Carson City. It's nice. It was $32 though. Big difference between it and one that was $8. Now, this one says very good to, if I can get it to focus, come on, 1876. It's got a little bit of toning on it. Carson City. This is $48. Although I think he actually knocked $3 off and sold it at $45. This is a guy from South 7th. I like going to his shop because he has this kind of stuff more often than most people that I go to buy stuff to. Although I will hand it to the jeweler, coin dealer guy. He's got several seated Liberty coins on a tray, including some half dimes, which I got a couple half times, but they're pretty small. Let's get them out here. 1855 arrows, half time. The with arrows is there by the date. That's what they're talking about, the arrows. Flip over, and we have halftime in print and in the middle of the reef, just like the dime does, just smaller version. I have an 1857 one, probably a little bit more wear on it. Halftime, damn it. And this rim's starting to go away on this one, but these are small coins. I mean, they're tiny. They're, smaller round than a dime, thinner. Probably easy to lose. But it's been nice having you on. Anything else you want to talk about real quick? Or, oh yeah, we'll talk about this one. This kind of nickel, not this year though. This says gold plated, 90 cents. Someone had $15 on it. Very optimistic they'd be able to sell it for that price, I think. But the one design, the 1883, I think it is, doesn't say cents on it. So I got one of them in here too. Here you go. 850. A lot of details left on it. But on the back, if you notice, nowhere is cents on it. It just says 5 and it says United States of America, e pluribus unum. No cents. So what happened was somebody got enterprising, took gold, plated this, and tried to pass it off as a $5 coin because it's about the same size as a $5 gold coin. They called it the racketeer nickel. It wasn't too long after that the mint changed it to where it said cents because they didn't want that to happen. Keep happening or happen again. But I'll give you one last real quick shout out. Anybody who's watched this or watching it, because I'm going to leave it up for people to watch. It's my way of trying to get more watch hours. Make these live streams and just leave them if people actually ends up watching them. I'll get more hours because I'm close on the subs I need. I just need hours. But if you're watching this and you want to go to this guy's channel, look at some of his videos, like and subscribe. He's a cool guy. And he sent me a sticker, and he'd probably send you one too if you got a channel and you talk to him much. But you got anything else you just got to say? Because it's almost 10 here, so I'm getting about ready to pull this down because I got to go work tomorrow.
Nope. Thanks for having me on.
Well, that's good. Maybe next time you can set one up and I'll go on yours for a while.
Sure.
In the future. I mean, I've only actually guested on New Silver Stacker, I think twice. And then I guested for McDonald Bullion once. We talked almost 2 hours that night. But the reason why I have to get off now is because I have to work. I think that was a Saturday night. I was talking to him. He lives across the pond, England. So he could probably tell you a lot about these British coins if you got any. Oh, wait, before you leave. This is a neat looking one. This is a definite Viking ship design. That's pretty cool. I think it's the Netherlands. So it'd be Dutch coin. It's what year is that thing? 41. I don't think it's too long after this they stopped making coins for a few years for obvious reasons. They got occupied during the war. But I thought that was kind of neat looking design.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I have one other one it's Ecuador, or not Ecuador, 50 Escudos Portuguese coin. And this is on a lot of their coins, but you flip it over and then you see that it's kind of a Viking style ship as well. If I get it to focus, that is. It's kind of neat. I actually want more of these, but I only saw the one in my coin dealer's oral coin box. 20 cents. Can't beat that price. But I'm going to wish you a good night, and everybody else that watched. Thanks to Mandy Brown for making a comment and waving hello to us. No one else has commented. So thanks for stopping by, Mandy. And thanks for guesting on my live stream here, OCCC. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right.
And have a good night.
You too. See ya.
Bye.